Hello, my name is Austin Lehman, and welcome to the next edition of Austin Weekend. Here's Dad with a hat,
It's the Rogue One hat picked up from the movie.
and appropriately so because we are reviewing that same movie.
We're here today to review the latest addition to the Star Wars franchise,
Mythos.
Rogue One,
A Star Wars story,
which is sort of like episode 3.5.
where the other .5 went, no one knows.
Yeah, it takes place after episode 3 and before episode 4. If all the Star Wars geeks out there, which I'm a big giant Star Wars geek, all the Star Wars geeks out there, episode 4 starts out and Princess Leia has the stolen plans for the Death Star, and she gives them to R2D2, and him and C-3PO escape down to the planet of Tatooine to find Ben Kenobi and get those plans back to the rebellion. Well, Rogue One tells the story of
How those plans got there.
how they even got the plans. I mean, and you never know how they're stolen, where they're stolen from, who steals them, or any of that stuff. So this is the story of that.
That's the entire story of how they get the plans to Princess Leia,
Mm-hmm.
who, sadly enough,
Yeah,
died a couple days back.
yeah, that's sad. The movie Rogue One. We'll talk about Rogue One for a minute though. Rogue One. It's been a really successful movie. Today being its 15th day. I think it's his 15th day today.
14th.
14th day today. It's made
15th in big theaters like
Yeah.
Regal and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's made 375 million domestically and 687 million worldwide. So it should punch with this weekend. It should punch through 700 million worldwide. It's been the number one movie since it's been released.
What do you think? It's Star Wars. What do you expect?
It's Star Wars, yeah. The star of it is a lady.
Well, girl
Yeah.
power.
Girl power, which is the same as Star Wars Episode 8, where the star of it was also a girl, so they followed that.
That's episode 7.
She's an episode. She's gonna be episode 8 too. She's the star of basically episode 7, 8, and probably I'm thinking 9 too. But this is a different lady.
The movie itself was directed by someone outside of J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
This time it's Gareth Edwards, or Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards.
That was the director of this movie.
Mm-hmm. It had, of course, excellent special effects.
Of course, Star Wars 7, The Force Awakens, had some of the best special effects I've ever seen in a movie.
And Rogue One, I think Rogue One had a little bit better special effects than even Episode 7 did.
Better special effects than The Force Awakens?
Yeah, I think it did. Some of everybody's favorite things came back, like the AT-AT walkers. Everybody loves the AT-AT walkers from Empire Strikes Back. So we get some AT-AT walkers again on this one. Of course, this is all stuff we've seen in the previews. You get the AT-AT walkers, you get to see again. Of course, you get the Death Star again. All of your favorite ships are in there again.
The X-Wing and Y-Wings make a triumphant return.
Yes. So you get all your favorite ships out again.
I'm telling you, ever since Disney bought Star Wars has skyrocketed.
Plus, you also get. There's a lot of cameos in it.
Plenty of cameos. Bucket loads of cameos.
We won't give you all of the spoilers, but you do get to see a lot of characters from the Star Wars movies are in this also. Of course, everybody's seen in the previews, you get a little Darth Vader in it too. And he actually has a little bit more to do with the story than what I thought. I thought he would just make a cameo, but he actually has a pretty good role in the movie also.
Albeit very short.
He's not in it for, he's not the main bad evil guy in the whole movie, but he does have quite a few scenes in it, and one of them we won't give away. Is a pretty good scene. It's really good. So, and like I said, there's a lot of other characters in the movies from other parts.
Now,
if you're a fan of the cartoons, the Star Wars Rebels, the ship from Star Wars Rebels
makes
an appearance in one of the battle scenes. The ghost, and also the robot from Rebels. The little robot from Rebels makes a scene in one of the scenes of it too.
Now that we've got out of the way, let's share our thoughts of the movie.
Okay, as far as the movie go, it kicked butt. It was really good. It probably really quickly jumped up into my top three. Probably up into my top three, or at least top four of all of them. And that may not sound like much, but there's 7 movies so far. There's actually 8 counting that one now. So I mean, it's quickly in the top 3 or 4 of all of them that I like. Of course, my favorite will always be Empire Strikes Back. But different people have their different favorites. Episode 7 was really good too. But Rogue One, I think Rogue One makes Episode 4 better because you understand things better. They tell the story that leads them to being in that battle where they're at, and how you got the plans, and
how do you think about
why Darth Vader's so mad at the beginning of the movie. I mean, it lets you know why.
Now we've summed up our overall thoughts. Let's get to the story, the juicy story.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It's flavorful.
It is.
It's full of vibrant colors and laser shots and all that stuff.
Nice explosions, nice AT-ATs. A lot of laser fire.
A lot of throwbacks. They even got some bounty hunter stuff going on here.
Oh yeah, they've got some bounty hunter stuff in it. Yeah, they've got lots of stuff in it.
It's a lot of fun to be had with this story.
Yes, it is.
And let's get to the character development.
The characters were really good, yeah. The movie started off a little bit slow, but it actually had to, because it had to build up and let you know who the characters were, because they were brand new Star Wars characters that you had never seen before.
And then it just builds up the pace as it goes on.
It builds up the pace, and then it ends with a fast and furious battle of war, and it's really, really good. It's really like a war. These guys are going in for a war, and it's really good.
Fighting for honor.
Fighting for all of it. It's really good done. I thought it was an awesome.
The writing
movie.
was also top notch.
Writing was top notch. Directing was top notch. Top notch. You were a little bit worried about it a little bit because they had to go back and do some reshoots, and they actually changed the ending of the movie a little bit from what they did the first time. But I think they made the right decisions because it was really well done. I thought it was great.
Now let's get to those special effects. Yet again, earlier we did mention that the special effects were pretty good. But is this a step up from Star Wars 7 or a?
I think it's a step up.
The
battle scenes look so much. I mean, they look realistic. You know, the explosions, the fighting, everything looked more realistic than it ever has in any Star Wars movie. I thought, yeah.
And the CGI was fantastic.
The CGI was fantastic. Yeah, there were some CGI characters in it that actually looked realistic, pretty realistic. They were pretty good, so they were good. Yeah.
Now it's time to make a joke.
What?
At Rogue One, it's not the first movie. It's 3.5. Where the other 3.5 go?
The other 0.5. Well, it's 3.5. Episode 3 is episode 3. Episode 4 is episode 4. This is episode 3.5.
How could it be called 3.5? If
that's not really 3.5. It's a separate movie of its own, but it falls right in the line of just right before episode 4. So
let's just say this movie is the rogue of the bunch.
It is the rogue of the bunch. Yeah, it didn't have a scroll to start off the movie, which is the first movie.
Although I was kind of disappointed by that.
I really like the scrolls, even though some of the movies made in the past outside of the major movies didn't have scrolls either. But all in all, I think it was really good. You want to go ahead and explain our rating system?
Our rating, 1 being completely and utterly horrible.
1 is crap.
Terrible. Awful.
And 10 being
the best thing ever.
The best thing ever.
And 0 being
Food Fight. That's the only movie that ever deserved a 0.
And it deserved it more than anything we've seen.
So we rate 1 through 10, and we don't use stars.
Typical critic talk.
No, we pull things out of the movies. Like Kung Fu Panda, his favorite food was dumplings. So
Dumpling time! Dumpling time! Dumpling time!
Yeah, we rated Kung Fu Panda with dumplings. It got like 9 9.2, 9.3 dumplings out of
We recommend
possible
you
10.
see that.
It's really good. So what do you want to use out of Star Wars to rate it with?
Let's go with androids.
You want to go Android, or you want to go robots or lightsabers? Let's do lightsabers. You want to do lightsabers?
Why not?
Okay.
I guess anything can work.
1 lightsaber being crap, 10 lightsabers being awesome. How many lightsabers do you give Rogue One?
In terms of the rating, the Force is strong with this one.
The Force is-
My gosh.
Yes, the Force is strong with this movie. The Force is going to be strong with this rating also. Yes, it's going to be really good. Okay. What do you give it? 1 through 10.
I'm going to let you hit it
Okay.
first.
I'm going to give it like a 9.7. It's one of my highest rated movies.
It's
a 9.7. It's a phenomenal movie. I don't know how you get 0.7 lightsabers. Maybe the kyber crystals broke or something and just can't make that full lightsaber out of the end of it. But I give it a 9.7 because it's one of my favorite movies that they've come out with. I would rate it even a little bit higher than Episode 7 even. Yeah. But oh no, I know. But it was really good. I liked it. I liked Episode 7 too, but
I loved Episode 7.
Rogue One was just a great story. All right, how many lightsabers do you give it?
I'm going to give it 9.6. Just one portion of it short.
You give it 9.6 portions.
Yes, 9.6 portions.
Yes, a little throwback there. But yeah, overall is an awesome movie. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. We've been falling behind on everything. We know we've got a request
For Wreck-It Ralph and Milo Murphy's Law.
Yeah, so we'll get to those things just as quick as we can. And we've got some more movies coming out. I believe Sing's out right now. We're going to probably go watch Sing.
And we've also got our top 10 best and worst of the year coming.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep, so we'll get that stuff for you too. But until then, be sure and click the like button, click the subscribe button.
Hit the groovy baby button.
Hit the groovy baby button. Because we love the groovy baby button. And we'll see you next time.
See you next week.